Yo, what it do? What it do? Y'all know who this is. This is your boy, the real Jarrell. And I'm back with another video. Not sitting in the car this time, trying something new. Y'all see I got my little new equipment, little computer, little mic, whatever. Anyway, enough of the small talk, man. Let me get to this real ish right here. So, this morning, I saw $1 million worth of game, and man, they had the all-star cast, or one of the all-star casts on this show, man. They had E40, they had Too Short, they had Ice Cube, Mount Westmore. You get what I'm saying? The other member, Snoop Dogg. Shout out to the Snoop Doggy Dog. And listen, man, this conversation got kind of heavy. And I kind of didn't like the answers that I was getting from this conversation. So you want to know what kind of answers, right? So check this out, right? So Wallow asked the guys. He said, "Hey, man," and shout out to the whole crew on that podcast there, man. Wallow, Gilly, all y'all, man. Y'all doing a wonderful job, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Cube, Too Short, E40, man. I've been listening to them guys ever since I was a little kid, man. So there's no hate, but I have to address this. This is just my opinion, so this is how I feel. So I'm listening to it, right? So the question was asked, would Tupac be part of Mount Westmore? So of course, 40 like hell yeah, Too Short, he give his little answer. So when he gets to Cube, right? It's not the best answer you want to hear from, a vet, you know what I'm saying? A black activist, somebody who was similar to what Tupac started out doing. They both were on their black power ish, you know what I'm saying? So to hear, you know, how he, answered it was kind of disappointing because it wasn't no yes and it wasn't no no, but it was like, basically it's like, okay, if we became cool, then yeah, I rock with him. So it's kind of like, well, we was cool, but we really wasn't cool. We wasn't on good terms before he died. And you know what kills me about these people, man? They hold grudges after 30 years, man. That man been dead and gone, man. I look at it like this. He put the West Coast back on the map. Let's just keep it 1,000, y'all. Let's just keep it 1,000. The West Coast was doing good, but they started going on the decline. The South started, going on the incline just a little bit. Outkast and them was coming up. That was very fresh and new. Didn't nobody know nothing about no Outkast, man. You know what I'm saying? That Cadillac music, baby. No, nobody know about that, man. So, anyway, let's get into this, right? So, this answer he gives is kind of dry. It's kind of sad, man. It's like, damn, bro. Like, after all this time, E40, like, hell yeah. Cube, like, man, well, if this happened, that happened, we got to be like this and that. It's just so dry. And it was like, you could still hear, they got a grudge against this man. So, it don't matter if this nigga's on the East Coast, West Coast. These dudes still holding grudges after 30 years. This man came to Death Row 95, 96. Matter of fact, he been doing business with Death Row before then, but he signed with Death Row. He been rocking with the niggas on the West Coast forever. Ice-T, Shock G, them, Digital Underground, the Bay, and the cats in L.A., Snoop and all them, man, Spice One. He been rocking with these dudes, man. So it's sad to hear. And he got a song with Cube. So it's kind of like sad to hear how, everybody else like, yeah, we would because that's our homie. And Cube like, well, I guess they haven't made up or settled their differences yet. But I want to know what y'all think, man. This is why I'm doing this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I usually don't get on here and talk about, Tupac, even though I'm a huge fan of Tupac, man, but he dead and gone, man. It's a lot of brothers keeping his legacy alive, and shout out to those guys like my man Discretion TV and Machiavelli Media. Shout out to you guys. Y'all keeping it going. Y'all keeping his name alive, man. But this right here really caught my attention, so I had to, jump on this, man. I think Cube is wrong for this, man. I think he should, whatever issues they had in the past, let it go, man. He gone. If it ever came down to it, man, all them unreleased songs Tupac got, man, y'all hop on one of them tracks, man, and throw them on that album, man. You know what I'm saying? All y'all together, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it ain't the same like when somebody alive and y'all doing it, but hell, the way y'all talking, y'all seeing tracks back and forth to each other anyway. It ain't like y'all in the studio together all the time anyway, so go and throw the man on there. But anyway, check this out, man. Let me know what y'all think about what Cube said about Tupac being on Mount Westmore. Hold up.
Out there,
Oh,
like
she's doing
like kicking it, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah.
putting that mute now. What if Pac was here? Would he be in this group?
Pac was too young, man. Snoop was too young. 40 was of age. He was out there grinding.
I'm talking about would he be in this group if Pac was still here?
Would he
If
be
Pac
in
was still here, man, Pac would be like on like movie number 30. He'd be like fucking
Would he belong?
Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
Yes,
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, he would have to be, you know,
See,
because
that's
he's the
E40. That's
greatest
love.
to me. You know what I mean?
40 still got love.
And like this, we formed this group because we've been friends for as long as
This
we've
the
known
intelligent
each other.
answer.
Right.
And if we still had the camaraderie together like we've been had over this 30 years, then of course, yeah.
Yeah.
If some reason we lost touch and lost that connection, maybe not.
Yeah.
Right. This is love as much as it is smart
Finance.
business.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if it could come together if it wasn't that genuine friendship.
Right.
It's like being in a group with your cousins, you
Right.
know. So if we had that same camaraderie still with Pop, then yeah, we'd have 5 members in the group.
Absolutely.
So
Let me ask you.
So that's the whole key thing right there. Genuine. Notice he said genuine friendship. So is he trying to say that the friendship him and Pac had wasn't really all that genuine? People, they get older, things start to come out, man. But that's how I take it. Like the relationship with y'all wasn't cool before he passed, man. And so that lets me know you saying, in other words, hey, yeah, if he was still here and if he was cool like how we cool, then yeah. But if we wasn't cool like how we cool, then no. Even though Cube did say, if I rock with you, I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. NWA has a right to, rap with whoever he want to rap with. You have that right, man. I'm not gonna take that from you. But I think that is a dry answer. I think that's bogus, man. I think y'all should put that man there. He's in my Mount Westmore, Eastmore, Southmore, up Northmore. He's in my top 10. If he's not number 1, he's definitely number 2 and 3, man. Pac is up there. So, man, he put a lot of game down, and a lot of you niggas followed his blueprint. A lot of you niggas stole his music, And no disrespect to C Murder. I was listening to Life or Death, man. I was listening to that whole album, man. Back then, you didn't catch it, but now, man, I hear Pac all on that album. Man, all my thug niggas, Pac all on that album, man. Go back and listen to it. Everybody been biting that man's style. We just weren't paying attention. All we looking for is dope music. We didn't care at the time about who taking who styles and who doing what. That's why the things are going on now. That's why half the world sound like Migos. That's why half the world sound like Migos, man. We didn't, we didn't think about stuff back like that back then, man. But yeah, No Limit did come up off the whole Tupac wave. Not gonna front on that. A lot of them did. Not gonna front on that. Cube, you did too. You know what I'm saying? I do kind of agree with Tupac. Like he said, y'all wasn't making him bow down when he was in jail. So he come home, now everybody want to jump on the wave. Yeah, I saw that too when the West Side Connection came out with Bow Down. No disrespect to you, Q. You my homie. So not homie like I know you, but far as the artist, the nigga, you that nigga, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to them flows and them beats and, Mr. NWA doing what you doing, you that nigga. I give you that. I ain't taking that away from you, man. But Pac that nigga, man. And if he would have lived, I'm pretty sure you guys would have shook hands, sat down, got over it, whatever y'all differences was, man, and whether it was over Yo-Yo, because that's what I was hearing too. I forgot what video I seen, and they was talking about Yo-Yo liking Tupac, and Yo-Yo, being on Tupac album, and Ice Cube had a problem with that. So Man, it's always over a chick, man. So, with that being said, man, tell me what y'all think in the comment sections, man. Do y'all think Ice Cube was wrong? Am I taking this the wrong way? Do y'all think he still got some kind of hate for Pac? Let me know, man. I don't want to say hate, but there's something still there. These guys got too much money. They too big to be holding grudges for 30 years. But on the flip side, here's the thing I will say between that generation and this generation. That generation of guys back then, I will say a lot of them were mostly friends. A lot of them were sticking together. A lot of them were, trying to make it happen together. It ain't like now where everybody's clicked up, this side versus that side, this person the ops, that person the ops, state versus state, child versus child, father versus father, mother versus mother. Back then it was more of a togetherness. And them guys, like they said, they do have a 30, 40-year friendship of being together, touring together since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So that is a long time. So I do get where he coming from far as, still being cool and being friends. So don't get that twisted. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But, man, Pac should be up there with them guys, man. So, like I say, tell me what y'all think, man. Am I overthinking it? Am I bogus? What's the deal? I'm going to holler at y'all, man. I got things to do. I ain't got time to keep talking to y'all. Like I said, y'all like this, go ahead and like it. You want to subscribe to my channel, man. I'll be dropping more content. I got new things coming, man. You see I'm trying to, step my game up a little bit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a broke nigga playing what Charleston said, broke nigga playing smart or a country nigga playing dumb or whatever you say, man. Well, I'm the opposite, I'm a nigga just being a nigga. Trying to figure it out in this world just like everybody else, man. So much love to the subscribers, much love to the people out there, man. Y'all have a good, safe evening, man. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, man. Stop that drinking and driving, man. If you can't handle your alcohol, you can't handle your drugs, man. Quit while you're ahead, man, because you're headed to destruction. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Deuces.